for the past however long in Australia, or is this Doggo's time?
It could be. Although we are seeing a very interesting turn of events here. Doggo is going back to the Fate pick, going back to the Orb and the Scythe, two very different weapons from what he was using in the past two sets, you know, playing that Zul pick. So is this going to work out for him? Or if Wright does take an advantage here, if he does take this first game, are we going to see him go back? There are two different play styles, you know. You have a lot of range. You have a lot of playing around your opponent. He was taking a lot of advantages out there with the pure ferocity of the Zul pick. But Wright is playing very careful right now. He doesn't want to see what Doggo has in the bank, especially after what he just did.
I mean, this is going to be very telling. How different is Wright's playstyle on Thor from Shadows? Because Doggo is coming hot off of that matchup.
Oh, no. Oh, my gosh. Wright could have had it right there, but he just missed the right angle. I'm trying to throw the word right in as many times as I can.
Yeah, that's right. I'm just going to go out and say it. But now Doggo over on the site. The damage build now is even. Wow. Great patience from Doggo. Didn't flinch as Wright just ground pounded past the edge. Doggo looking for, what is it going to be? Some strong hit. No, the weapon starve. Oh, but Wright, just the haymaker sending him off. Not quite enough to get the KO. It was just shy.
Right, looking for the neutral state, going to get recovery, but it's not quite going to be enough. Force back and damage. Not able to find the side air as well to find the KO onto Doggo just quite yet. But Doggo holding that edge, being a little bit careful. The side air going to push Wright back just a little bit as well. Wright using the recovery, and that's going to cost them quite a bit. He did get the wall touch, so he has another option. Did that count? Yes, he did, and he gets another one. He's still alive somehow. Doggo
dive kick, another one from the back end.
Oh my gosh, and finally, Wright getting taken down. Doggo must be breathing a heavy sigh of relief after an numerous amount of down airs. Oh my gosh.
I mean, as long as he keeps getting that touch with the defensive Thor, just an unarmed dive kick, it's going to take a lot of those.
Very nice options coming out from Doggo to interrupt, but Wright does end up finding that side air to take the stock out, and Doggo getting a little bit of bonus damage.
Yeah, and a little bit on the respawn as well.
And now it's going to be Orb v Orb. I don't think we've seen this either for quite a little bit.
Ooh, Doggo going for the signature read, but Wright with a punish and a little extra on top.
Big punish, too, because that's going to force a pretty dangerous positioning. Wright tried to go for that ground pound to confirm a KO, but that didn't quite lead to the place that he was hoping for. Now Doggo back on stage is looking for a little bit more damage. The down air is coming out, a little bit of damage building. That's what he kind of needs here, because Thor is a very tanky character. He can take a lot of punishment.
Oh, there's the punish.
Oh my gosh. Getting a little bit too expectant with those thunder rushes, and there is the big punish from Doggo to take that stock.
So now Doggo really turning it around. I mean, that was such a hinge, the fulcrum of the match. Now Doggo up 2 stocks to 1.
Doggo doing a great job at map control, keeping Wright away from that weapon. He is going to get a little bit of that unarmed damage, but the weapon starve is still in effect. And Doggo, just missing that neutral light to prevent Wright from getting there once again. But another punishment.
And the turnaround? That was sick.
Very interesting decision there as well from Wright going for the hard read.
They're just trying to ground pound each other off the side.
And, you know, with Orb, it's got a lot of force. It's going to happen if they do connect. It's going to lead to a possible KO opportunity.
Oh my gosh, Doggo starting to run away with this one. He's got Wright deep in the red, still hanging on.
Oh, nice option. Good positioning for that ground pound as well. Right in the right spot.
I mean, just knocking him down into the snow. This is Winter Championship. Doggo having to make Snow Angels for a little bit, but he's back in it. Massive damage lead. Just needs some strong attack to knock Wright out here and take the game.
But if Wright is careful, he can play around this and potentially bring the game back to a head. The side air not quite going to find that KO just yet. Doggo looking for another opportunity, looking for the neutral airs, trying to find him out in the sky. Oh, the down air, the down light just barely missing, and now look at this. The damage has been brought back. Still not KO'd yet. trying to get as much height as possible to give him as much time to get to that wall if he needed it, and it is going to work out for him. Doggo looking for the recovery, not going to get punished for it, unfortunately. Wright making his way back, losing his weapon, and now chased down by Doggo, looking for something right here. Are we going to see a neutral? No. He goes for another side light to side air, just barely drops the side air height.
Man, Wright has been going for that side orb signature on Thor so many times. And Doggo, the side air, closing out the game. Man, Doggo usually got the punish with the side air, getting around those side signatures. Wright was gravity canceling them a ton. And he just found the punish every time. The one time that he couldn't, he still dodged away from it. Wright trying to make that lightning ball and chain work. But Doggo's just ready for it.
He is on point with his responses when Wright likes to throw out these signature moves, especially the gravity cancel high reads that he's been doing with that ball and chain, like you said. So he's going to have to change his game plan up just a little bit. Maybe not go so high. Maybe not look for those crazy jump recoveries, because I don't think Doggo's really been going for those in the first place.
Yeah, that's true. He usually finds some way to, slip around the corner.
Exactly.
A little bit.
And he's an extremely aggressive player, too. So Doggo just usually goes for whatever option leads to him throwing out an attack first, which I guess in a lot of cases, especially with Orb, he's going to be going with, a recovery to get back on the stage, because you can kind of curve that corner and get a hit out onto someone. Very nice unarmed movement against Wright, though, in the response here from the hammer, and that almost gets that neutral air to throw Wright off stage. Very good options coming out from Doggo. Very nice. Oh, almost finds the weapon throw as well. He's just manhandling Wright right now.
So much damage going the way, right into the red. Doggo has him off stage, threatening with those bicycle kicks.
Whoa! Very nice dodge.
Almost got the punish on that. Was enough to knock the hammer out of Wright's hand, but not enough to take the stock from him as well.
And there it is here on Small Brawlhaven, finding that KO very quickly with that side light, side air combo. Very consistent, very high damage, and just what a great option for him to opt into, especially for some of these punishes.
Ooh.
Oh, I saw what he was trying to do there, trying to cancel into a grounded move for even more damage, but Wright was ready for it.
Man, juggling with these neutral airs. Doggo absolutely precise with that move. Uses it more than most any other orb player I've seen. Right with the side air, knocking Doggo away. One stock separates these two right now. Whoa, okay, the star ride to get between both weapon throws. Haymaker in the air, not enough.
I'm actually beside myself at the point that Wright hasn't been able to find the KO here, landing so many hits. And
off the wall. The dive kick, he did get the touch. He's able to gravity cancel, get back up towards the wall. Finally, the recovery bouncing off of the wall, all the way up from below sea level.
Even off the bounce, and even hitting the bounce off the wall as well, losing the velocity still find the KO. Insanity.
He had to get so much damage onto Doggo to take him out. Doggo's movement was just not leaving him open anywhere. And now Wright playing from behind the 8-ball. He's on the back foot. And Doggo is already searching. You see the signatures coming out. He just wants some strong attack. The orb combo, side light into side air, closing out the next stock, right down to his final.
Well, you definitely don't have to worry on this map about going for something big. You don't need a flashy signature move. You don't need a big read. You just need something consistent. And that side light to side air is just that. Finding that from the recovery reads onto Wright is all Doggo really requires. And Wright is having so much trouble against this just aggressive movement play from Doggo.
Oh, big ground pound Wright, really just trying to find something. I mean, you've got to go for crazy plays. He went so far out there with that hammer side air, and you have to. I mean, to turn it around from how far back he was, you've got to go for the crazy plays. You need to gamble something.
And honestly, I think that's why Doggo's been so successful. Is he's definitely a gambler. You've seen it in the last set. You've seen it in this set. He goes in, he goes all in, and he hopes it works. And usually his opponent isn't quite expecting it, so it does, and he is just so on point with the decision-making, too, with these aggressive movements as well. Wright is just having so much trouble against Doggo right now, and it shows to Doggo's credit for sure.
Man, I have seen so many ground pounds, signatures, recoveries coming out from Doggo. He's just looking to score the knockout. Oh my gosh, the bicycle kick from that far away. That is now 2 games the way of Doggo over Wright. Wright's got to think about this now.
He's got to change it up. He's going.
Oh!
You think he was watching earlier?
I wonder, because we saw Orion, who you barely see in top-level play.
The Yellow Man.
The Yellow Man. The Yellow Man. Absolutely devastating in North America this weekend. Was Wright watching? Has this been a pocket pick of his? Does he think maybe the Lance can cut out a lot of the movement that Doggo has been doing and winning out in footsies here?
It's all possible. And it does have a lot of spacing here on this kit as well. The Lance, having a lot of those increased hitboxes in the front.
Yep.
And then you have Spear on the other side, able to, back off when you need to. Use that neutral light for a little bit of spacing. Maybe catch someone out of the air with a down light, or a falling side light, or just trying to catch someone out in the air with a side air in order to
I mean, even if somebody's just playing far footsies, both of Orion's side signatures just go forward a ton. So that can just beat out a lot of ranges that people try to keep you at.
Exactly. Although, while that might be a decent recovery option as well on some other maps, this wall is very small. So it might even lead to a detriment here, just because if you're burning your dodge on, say, a side sig recovery, if you're not in the range of that wall and you get read out, that could cost you a life instead.
Ooh. Right, covering Doggo's landing. Getting sent off the top, not quite enough. Right, losing his spear for the exchange.
But he is going to trade out for a Lance now. Oh, nice read with the neutral sig. Doggo with the aggressive dodge in is going to get punished for it, and Wright now taking the lead for the first time in a couple sets.
I absolutely love that. I mean, he started so far behind. Oh my gosh! Taking Doggo so far off the side. That was almost to knockout.
I'm actually really surprised that Wright didn't try to follow up with a recovery to get back on the stage and to force Dog into even worse positioning. Ooh. Nice dodge through to get that neutral air, or the neutral light, into the down signature, and now Doggo.
You don't see a lot of players go for that. Doggo tying up the stocks, but man, so far behind on damage. When you dash, you are still able to spot dodge, and your spot dodge will slide quite a distance. So that's how Wright was able to dodge behind Doggo's attacks there. He dashed into a spot dodge that just slid like a third of the stage.
Oh yeah. And using that sliding momentum can be extremely dangerous, especially when your opponent is not expecting it. Now Doggo coming in, getting pushed off. That's going to be a KO. And now Wright with a fairly distant lead. Doggo not prepared for this character to come in and just dominate so well in the hands of Wright.
Extra crazy because the first 30 seconds of the match was just Doggo getting right to red, almost unanswered. And then after that, now Wright has just been on an absolute rampage.
Hit with a 3-tap right now. One more sig. Oh, he throws it out there, but it's not.
He's going for it.
I mean, he was in the mindset. He knew it was coming, but Doggo did as well, and he was able to avoid it. Right, trying to make his way back to the stage, getting hit by the down
dodge left.
Nothing left.
Too many options expended. Doggo keeping Wright off stage for so long.
He does have a fresh stock now, and Doggo is halfway through his, so Wright, he does have a little bit of room to work with, but it is not as close as it seems, especially with the dominance that Doggo has had this entire set. So that kind of weird.
Wright definitely doing the work required, though. I mean, look at the damage. He's got Doggo into the red. The side air from the right corner. Man, Wright is still alive.
Able to find the win, too, with the Orion pick. Very interesting that he decided to go here, and pretty telling that this was successful, and now we are going to see something. Oh, yep. I saw it for a second, but it looks like he went. Which one is he going to do? He keeps switching back and forth. He's playing mind games with me now.
I know, because, all right, you mentioned before, he started off with the Fate in some of those sets, and then when it started slipping away from him, that's when the Zol came out and brought him to this point. So are we going to see the Zol lock in? Wright flashing a couple of other legends as well.
Well, I think Wright does have to make the first pick
Yeah.
in the first lock-in because he did win the last round. So he was trying to figure out whether or not he wanted Orion or, I guess, in this case, Cassidy, which we also haven't seen him use. This blaster is something we haven't seen him use at all. We did see from the Thor pick, though, he did have the hammer, so that is crossing over a little bit.
Yep.
But the blasters are a completely different ball game. And you could see Doggo, like the decision hinged on whether or not he did go, I guess, with this Cassidy pick, or he went with the
Orion.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I wonder, you know, having maybe gotten a little bit of information on that, was Wright not confident in the Orion versus Zol matchup? Did he think that Orion was more of like a one-off pick? He maybe caught Doggo off guard and might not have been able to do so again.
Yeah. Either way, we're going to find out here if this pick, the Cassidy, is going to work out for him this time. Switching up legends that he maybe has a pretty good hold on how to use them. We're going to see if, because the whole thing that comes together when you play Cassidy, it's going to be the blasters. Can you use the blasters? And if he is, you know, proficient at these weapons, we're going to see, I think, maybe I'm just extrapolating here. Don't hold me to this, but maybe another victory.
I mean, that's mainly what he's going to be looking for every time that he lands those downlight on the blasters. He's going to want to chase dodge into that neutral signature. It's something that Cassidy gets to do because, you know, she's a high dex legend, incredibly fast signatures, just straight overhead coverage. So you're going to be looking for those combos for the damage and maybe the knockout.
Doggo with some great map control right now, continuously landing some consistent damage onto Wright, forcing that weapon away, getting the bow toss, and that is going to be straight out of the map using that alt input for the bow tie.
That's right. You get the choice. Do you send them up or do you send them forward? He recognized, hey, I'm so far on the corner. I mean, the side KO line is just right there. Let me just send him to it.
And Wright following suit.
Exactly. I mean, that is such a quick and strong signature, the double swing from Cassidy's hammer. But now sticking over on the blasters, you know, they are a difficult weapon to make work just because a lot of the attacks, they have that dead zone. So if somebody stays stacked with you, you're not really able to hit them much. And you get locked into the attacks for quite some time. If you're doing like a neutral light to try and force out some spacing, they can sneak around and punish you.
However, if you can make them work, you get a lot of hits very fast. You can get that damage built up enormously quick if your opponent isn't ready for it. You find one hit after the other, and we see this with Wright. When he does land that hit, that downlight, he follows it up with a dash into the neutral sig, finding that dodge break timing, and it just pays dividends for him. He has to continue to find those hits though on a Doggo in order to keep that momentum going in his favor. Otherwise, Doggo is just going to continue to make this map control work in his favor. But Wright finding that hammer,
the falling side air. That was pretty slick because not only did he dodge the signature, but he grabbed the weapon that was up on the platform and hit that falling side air with a hammer, and now he's just pushing it into so much extra damage, even going for the tornado. If that thing lands its full duration on someone, it is a ton of damage.
Oh yeah, that's the risk versus the reward. I mean, you're in it for so long.
Highest damage signature in the game.
Of course.
And now jockeying for position, bouncing right off stage. Doggo just keeping the pressure up unarmed.
And Wright with the advantage right now. He has a second stock. That is going to take that second stock away. But he has a whole fresh one to work with right now. Doggo with the map positioning right now, going to hold on to that orb. He knows exactly how to read these movements out from Wright, but the blasters having just that little bit of extra range and that falling coverage from the down air is going to give him just a little bit more of an advantage right now. But
the
nice
dodge
read from Doggo.
But Wright firing back, and again with a signature too. All right, Doggo's only got a couple more chances to make this work. Just dodges those ground blasts into a couple orb hits of his own.
Big reads from Doggo. But there it is, the neutral sig coming out right going into game number 5, 2-2, coming back in the set, making sure that Doggo knows that he is not to be trifled with.
All right, so are we sticking with the Cassidy, or do you think there's going to be another change happening?
That's a very good question. It looks like Doggo might be going with Fate either way, but we can't know for certain. Wright holding on to that legend pick, wondering if he should change things up. Not sure maybe if he was comfortable completely on the Cassidy. He looked really good. He looked exceptional. But whether or not he is, you know, in that mindset completely, because Gut Blasters, that's a whole different ballgame.
Looks like he is sticking with the Cassidy. And it was a defense stance to boot. I mean, I don't blame you. You want to be able to go the distance, especially if you're deep into Game 5.
Going with that defense. And you know, it does take out of dexterity, which
she's
you
got
can argue,
plenty to spare.
Exactly. You got a huge bucket. You got a pool full of dexterity. You can, you know, fill up an extra cup of defense.
The extra cup of defense, you know what? Take a big swig of it, because we are here at Game 5. This is a loser's finals. Winner of this goes on to fight Kyler Alice in grand finals. Resetting the map picks. What is the ban out going to be?
I think they're going to leave Miami Dome in the final 3.
Oh, yes, sir.
Now,
Apocalypse and Demon Island. Ooh, going
I don't think they want to pick it. I think they're afraid.
They're afraid? You're not sure?
I think they're scared of the Dome.
The Dome, I mean, it is very different map. It's got 2 high platforms, so high recoveries have a couple of extra areas to recover to, and that pillar below the stage, it definitely gives you less safety of avoiding edge guards.
Fantastic reads from Doggo from the scythe. Great movement as well to avoid most of these hammer approaches from Wright, but now the chase down from Doggo getting punished just a little bit. The damage back and forth between these two, resembling a previous set between Doggo and Shadow as they just traded blows back and forth, but Doggo now getting punished, pushed off stage. Wright looking for the attack back, and Doggo finding that down light, or the down air off stage, pushing Wright, and just enough to get the advantage here. Both players finding a little bit of an advantage, but right now getting pushed away, losing his weapon. Doggo looking for the finisher and is not quite going to find it yet.
Man, so scary. Both of them throwing out heavy attacks at the same time, twice in a row. Just rolling the dice, trying to see who's going to find the first blast, and it's going to be Doggo getting the knockout onto Wright.
That sliding down sig is so devastating when he finds that connection. I mean, you have the option of up or side, and if you're at the end of the stage like he continues to want to be.
There it is. That's the dodge read. Oh, but Wright with the immediate turnaround, got the recovery, beat it out. Enough force to knock him just out of the map entirely.
And continuing the damage as well, trying to break that lead that Doggo built up with the little bit of extra orb damage.
Yo, the actual literal footsies. Just the hammer neutral light outspacing everything.
So Wright just playing the game of inches right now, trying not to use his dodge to avoid some of these moves, but rather the movement speed and the dashes to just barely outspace some of these attacks, and he's able to find them. The recovery just barely missing. Right now looking for the hammer connection, the side air, the scoop, the recovery, anything, trying to stay aerial in a space where orb from the ground doesn't quite have the best coverage.
Skipping Doggo off the stage like a stone, but this one finding open air, and that's going to put Wright up 2 stocks to 1 against Doggo. But you know what? I got to give it up for Doggo. He did a phenomenal job closing that damage gap entirely, sending Wright from yellow into red.
Looking for a little bit more damage here. He does have Wright in the red, but not quite at the point where a hit. Oh, and he dodged away. That could have spelled trouble for Wright if he did not make one good move, and if Doggo decided to go off stage aggressively like he had been in the last set. But I think he's playing a little bit more reserved because he knows this is Game 5. This is all on the line, and Wright is not an opponent to be trifled with. He has come back 2 games. And there's the read, the neutral sig right off the top. The star shine right into the sky.
I mean, Wright dodged up, and that star, like, chased him. It chased his dodge all the way off the screen. A little bit of a damage lead, but slowly closing. Stomp into side air, now brings Doggo into the red.
Oh,
another one.
This could be the finale here. Doggo just barely tapping that wall space. Wright going for that down sig, the ground shots, and not able to find the connection. The double tap not connecting either. Doggo's just using the down sig for seemingly space, just to give him room to breathe perhaps. The weapon throw coming out, playing very carefully. He knows this is his last legs right now. If he can get Wright just a little bit farther, he can potentially find that KO.
You're going to see Doggo
The dodges.
Sitting up in the air a little bit more, trying to avoid those hammer.
Oh, there
my
it is!
gosh!
Doggo bringing it back right at the finale. Game number 5. Doggo licking his wounds and moving on to the grand finals against Wright, taking down one of the hottest players in a very hot region right now.
That was such an intense set. Oh my gosh. I thought for sure the crazy legend picks, swapping around the roster from Rite was going to do the trick of bringing back this set. He almost had the reverse on him, but Doggo.
Right there, right within reach.
Oh my gosh. But now Doggo confirmed top 2 at least. Now he's looking to take on the king of the